English for Arabs is English for all.
Presentation Plus is available exclusively with the new 4th edition of Interchange, the most widely used and the most successful English course in the world, incorporating video, audio, and even online resources, all with the click of a mouse. Highlight key concepts. Reveal answers to exercises. Annotate passages. Play class audio passages and video segments. And even embed web links right into your lessons.
You can learn English as a second language. Unit 12. It really works. Exercise number 1. Snapshot. Common health complaints. Common health complaints.
Okay, we are at the doctor's office. At the doctor's office, people often have health problems. So, let's look at some vocabulary for different health problems. Starting here, a backache. A backache. An earache. An earache. A headache. A headache. A stomachache. A stomachache. A toothache. A toothache. A cold. A cold. A cough. A cough. A fever. A fever. The flu. The flu. Dry eyes. Dry eyes. And a sore throat. A sore throat. Okay, take a moment to memorize the health problems.
1. A headache. What's headache? Headache? Pains in head. A backache. Pains in back. Sore muscles. Pains in muscles. Stomachache. Pains in stomach. A cold. Cold. A cold. A cough. G-H-F. A cough. Cough. The flu. The flu. You have cold and fever. Fever, high temperature. Insomnia. Insomnia. You cannot sleep. Insomnia. Insomnia, sleeplessness. You cannot sleep. Check through the health problems you have had recently. Last week, I had a backache. A year ago, I had a headache. How many times have you been sick in the past year? Last year, I've been sick for 3 times. Exercise number 2. Conversation. Health problems. Look at the picture. What do you see? Where are they? A young lady? A man? A lot of tissues. Tissues. These are tissues. The man has what? Has red nose. His nose is red. The man has a red nose. He's sad. He's sick. He's sick. He has a cold. He has a cold. He has the flu. The man is in an office. The man is in an office. The man and the lady and the young lady are co-workers. Co-workers, friends at work. Number 2, conversation, health problems. A. Listen and practice.
Unit 12. It really works. Page 78. Exercise 2. Conversation. Health problems. Part A. Listen and practice.
Hi, Craig. How are you?
Not so good. I have a terrible cold.
Really? That's too bad. You should be at home in bed. It's really important to get a lot of rest.
Yeah, you're right.
And have you taken anything for it? Well, it's sometimes helpful to eat garlic soup. Just chop up a whole head of garlic and cook it in chicken stock. Try it. It really works.
Yuck. That sounds awful.
Joanne and Craig. Hi Craig, how are you? How are you? How's it going? Not so good. I have a terrible cold. Terrible? Too bad. Terrible? Too bad. Really? That's too bad. Should be at home. Be at home in bed. It's really important to get a lot of rest. To get up. To get a lot of rest. T soft D. A lot of. T soft D. To get up. To get a lot of rest. Yeah? Yes. You're right. And have you taken zinc fret? Have you taken medicine? No, I haven't. What sound? Sound of W between O and I. No, I haven't. Well, it's sometimes helpful to eat garlic soup. Garlic soup? What's garlic? A plant used in cooking like onions, garlic and onions. How can we make garlic soup? Chop up, cut. Cut a whole head of garlic and cook it in chicken stock. Chicken stock like Maggie, fine foods. Try it, it really works. Yuck, yuck, I don't like it. An expression of dislike, yuck. That sounds awful. That's too bad. What is the matter with Craig? What is the problem with him? What's the matter? He had a terrible cold. What should he do? He should be at home in bed. It's really important for Craig to get a lot of rest. Has Craig taken in zinc fret? Has he taken in medicine? No, he hasn't. What does Joanne suggest? It's helpful to eat garlic soup. How can we make garlic soup? How can we cook it? Just chop up a whole head of garlic and cook it in chicken stock. It really works. Will Craig cook garlic soup? No. Because it sounds awful. Yuck, that's too bad. That sounds awful. That's too bad. I don't like it. I don't like garlic soup. Number B. Listen to advice from two more of Craig's co-workers. What do they suggest? Two friends in the company will give advice to Mr. Craig. What will they advise him? Write the suggestion. Write the advice.
Exercise 2, Part B. Listen to advice from 2 more of Craig's co-workers. What do they suggest? 1.
That cold sounds pretty bad, Craig.
Yeah, it is. Don't get too close.
Well, you know, it's important to drink a lot of liquids. I have some herbal tea. Let me make you a cup.
Oh, okay. That sounds good.
2.
How's that cold, Craig?
Not so good. I've still got it.
Oh, too bad. Well, listen, it's a good idea to take some cold medicine. And you should go home and take a long, hot bath.
You're right. Maybe I should. Thanks for the advice.
Listen again.
Test. 1.
That cold sounds pretty bad, Craig.
Yeah, it is. Don't get too close.
Well, you know, it's important to drink a lot of liquids. I have some herbal tea. Let me make you a cup.
Oh, okay. That sounds good.
2.
How's that cold, Craig?
Not so good. I've still got it.
Oh, too bad. Well, listen, it's a good idea to take some cold medicine. And you should go home and take a long, hot bath.
You're right. Maybe I should. Thanks for the advice.
So, let's answer the question. We listened to the advice from 2 more of Craig's co-workers. What do they suggest? The first one, it's important to drink a lot of liquids. It's important to drink a lot of liquids. Liquids like tea, coffee, green tea. So, the first one, it's important to drink a lot of liquids such as herbal tea. Number 2, it's a good idea to take some cold medicine and a long hot bath. It's a good idea to take some cold medicine and a long hot bath. A long hot bath. Bath like shower. Diseases. In this unit, Unit 12, we talk about diseases, doctors, medicine. Diseases. Diabetes. Diabetes, a disease, you can't eat sugar. Diabetes. You can't put sugar in a lot of drinks. High blood pressure, we call it hypertension. Hypertension means high blood pressure. Hypertension. Low blood pressure. Paralyzing. This is paralyzing. The person can't move. Blood clot. Blood clot. Blood clot. A blood clot leads to paralyzing. Bleeding. Losing blood. Hepatitis B, hepatitis C, virus A, B, and C. This is for liver. These are some diseases. God forbid. Doctors. Someone sick, you can go to a doctor. If you are sick, you can go to a doctor. You can go to dentist. Dentist, doctor of teeth. Doctor for curing teeth. Physician. Physician, doctor. Oculist. Oculist, this is an oculist. An oculist, doctor. An oculist, a doctor for curing eyes. This is an oculist. Surgeon, this is surgery room. Surgery room. Surgeon. Surgeon, A doctor who makes surgery. Who makes a surgery? A surgery, an operation. An operation. This one, doctor. He gives injection. He injects patients, or she injects patients before an operation, before a surgery. Exercise number 3. Grammar focus. Infinitive complements. In this exercise, we will have infinitive complements. Let's start to listen.
Page 79. Exercise 3. Grammar focus. Infinitive complements.
What should you do for a cold?
It's important to get a lot of rest.
It's sometimes helpful to eat garlic soup.
It's a good idea to take some vitamin C.
Listen again.
Page 79. Exercise grammar focus. Infinitive complements.
What should you do for a cold?
It's important to get a lot of rest.
It's sometimes helpful to eat garlic soup.
It's a good idea to take some vitamin C.
Infinitive complements. Infinitive, main verb. We have here two, a conversation between two. A. What should you do for a cold? What should you do for plus a disease? What should you do for a cold? What should you do for a backache? What should you do for a headache? It's important to get a lot of rest. It's sometimes helpful to eat garlic soup. It's a good idea to take some vitamin C. A, B. Let's check this PowerPoint presentation. Infinitive complements. Infinitive complements. Infinitive, American infinitive, main verb. A main verb which I use it to complete a sentence. Infinitive complements. A. What should you do for a cold? I have a cold. What should you do for a cold? Ahmed, what should you do for a cold? Ibrahim, Ali, Muhammad. Ibrahim, it's important to see a doctor. See, Ali, it's helpful to get a lot of rest. To get a lot of rest. T, soft D, a lot of. T, soft D, and F of V. It's helpful to get a lot of rest. Muhammad, it's a good idea to get some medicine. It's a good idea to buy some medicine. A asks, what should you do for a cold? It's important to see a doctor. It's helpful to get a lot of rest. It's a good idea to get some medicine. So here it's important, it's helpful, it's a good idea to plus infinitive. To get, to see. A, what should you do for? Plus a disease. What should you do for a cold? What should you do for a headache? Headache, pains in head. This is headache. He has a headache. What should you do for a headache? What should you do for a cough? Cough. G-H-F. Cough. Cough. This is cough. What should you do for a cough? What should you do for a backache? Backache. Pains in back. Pains in back. B. It's important to. It's helpful to. It's a good idea to plus infinitive. Infinitive, main verb. Infinitive complements. What should you do for a toothache? Toothache? Pains in teeth. It's important to see a dentist. A dentist, this is a dentist. A dentist, a doctor who cures teeth. It's helpful to get some aspirin. It's a good idea to get some medicine. Again, what should you do for a toothache? It's important to see a dentist. It's helpful to get some aspirin. It's helpful to get some aspirin. It's a good idea to get some medicine. A. Look at these health problems. Choose several pieces of good advice for each problem. For every problem, you write advice. The problem here, a sore throat. Sore throat. This is sore throat. Pains in throat. Fever. Fever, you're hot. You have high temperature. Fever. Toothache. Toothache, pains in teeth. Pains in teeth. A burn. A burn, this is burn. Hot coffee spill in your skin, in your hand. When hot coffee pours or spilled in your hand, in your skin, this is burn. Burn, fire, burn. Problem, a sore throat. Advice, sore throat. A. Take some vitamin C. It's important to take some vitamin C. C. Drink lots of liquids. It's helpful to drink lots of liquids. D. Go to bed and rest. It's a good idea to go to bed and rest. I. It's helpful to see a doctor. J. It's important to get some medicine. Number 1, sore throat, answers A, C, D, I, J. For one exercise, you can choose 4 or 5 answers for every disease. B, a cough. A, take some vitamin C. It's helpful to take some vitamin C. D. Go to bed and rest. It's important to go to bed and rest. I. See a doctor. It's important to see a doctor. J. It's a good idea to get some medicine. A cough. A, D, I, J. A backache. A backache. The answers B, D, E, G, I. Backache, pains in back. You have 3 answers. B, D, E, G, I. All of these diseases, general answer, it's important to see a doctor. It's helpful to get some medicine. I can use advice like it's important to see a doctor. It's helpful to get some medicine. General answers. Also, it's a good idea to go to bed and rest. It's a good idea to go to bed and rest. It's important to see a doctor. It's helpful to get some medicine. Fever. This is fever. Fever, high temperature. Thermometer. Thermometer. This is thermometer. Fever, number 4. The answers C, D, G, I, J. For fever, it's important to drink lots of liquids. It's a good idea to go to bed and rest. It's helpful to get some aspirin. A toothache. Toothache, pains in teeth. For a toothache, the answer's G, H, I. It's important to see a dentist. A dentist, doctor, for curing teeth. I, it's important to see a doctor. G, it's important to take some aspirin. 6. Bad headache. A bad headache, pains in head. A pains in head. Pains in head. The answers D, G, J. D, G, and J. It's helpful to go to bed and rest. It's important to take some aspirin. It's a good idea to get some medicine. A burn. A burn. This is burn. Burn. A burn. For burn, the answers B, F, I, J. It's important to put some ointment on it. A burn. This is a burn. Hot. Hot liquids. Hot coffee. Hot tea. Comes in your skin. For burn, the answers B, F, I, J. It's important to put some ointment in it. F. It's important to put it under cold water. To put it under cold water. Put it. T, soft D, cold water, and water, T, soft D, R, or double R. I. It's important to see a doctor. J. It's a good idea to get some medicine. The flu. The flu. Answers C, D, G, I, J. C. It's important to drink lots of liquids. D. It's helpful to go to bed and rest. G. It's important to take some aspirin. I. It's important to see a doctor. J. It's a good idea to get some medicine. C. Write advice for these problems. He'll use this advice in exercise 4. He will use this advice in exercise 4. A cold. For a cold, it's a good idea to see a doctor. Sore eyes. Sore eyes, inflammations in eyes. It's a good idea to see an oculist. An oculist, doctor for eyes. Doctor who cures eyes. Sore muscles. Sore muscles, pains in muscles. It's important to put cream. It's important to get some cream. It's helpful to get some ointment. Sunburn. Sunburn, you have fever because you walk for a long time in the sun. It's helpful to get a shower. For sunburn, it's helpful to get a cold shower, to get a long pass, a long cold pass. Exercise number 4. Pronunciation. Reduction of st. To becomes st. Reduction, shortage. Reduction, shortage. Listen and practice in conversation to is often reduced to t. T. Let's start to listen.
Exercise 4. Pronunciation. Reduction of two. Part A. Listen and practice. In conversation, two is often reduced to t.
What should you do for a fever?
It's important to take some aspirin, and it's a good idea to see a doctor.
Listen again.
Page 79. Exercise 4. Often reduced to t.
What should you do for a fever?
It's important to take some aspirin, and it's a good idea to see a doctor.
What should you do for a fever?
It's important to take some aspirin, and it's a good idea to see a doctor.
Page 79.
What should you do for a fever?
It's important to take some aspirin, and it's a good idea to see a doctor.
Reduction of t. So, what should you do for a fever? It's important to take. It's important to take. Don't say it's important to take. No, this is wrong. It's important to take some aspirin. And it's a good idea to see a doctor. To see a doctor. See a doctor? Yeah, sound between E and A. Link. To see a doctor. It's a good idea to see a doctor. And two becomes t. To see a doctor, no. To see a doctor. To take some aspirin. To take. Not to take, wrong. To take, wrong. Right? To take. To take. It's important to take some aspirin. And it's a good idea to see a doctor. Exercise number 5, interchange 12. Help. Play a board game. Go to interchange 12 on page 127. So this is for speaking. Exercise number 6. Discussion. Difficult situations. A. Group work. Imagine these situations are true for you. Get 3 suggestions for each one. Here in this exercise we have different situations. Example 1. I get really hungry before I go to bed. So look at the picture. You see a young man and he's very hungry. He's opening the fridge, the refrigerator. He's searching for food. So I get really hungry before I go to bed. A, B, and C. 3 persons. 3 persons. A. I get really hungry before I go to bed. What should I do? It's a bad idea to eat late at night. It's sometimes helpful to drink herbal tea. 2. I sometimes feel really stressed. Stressed under stress. What should I do? It's sometimes helpful to count from 1 to 10. It's sometimes helpful to get a rest. It's a good idea to travel. It's a good idea to have vacation and travel to the beach. I need to study, but I can't concentrate. I cannot focus, concentrate, to have concentration. I can't study. It's a good idea to take short breaks. It's a good idea to have a cup of tea, a cup of coffee. It's a good idea to listen to music and relax. I feel sick before every exam. What should I do? B. It's a good idea to relax. It's a good idea to listen to music. It's a good idea to have a tutor. I forgot about half the new words I learned. What should I do? It's a good idea to write the words in a notebook. It's a good idea to read the words before you go to bed, before you sleep. It's important to put the word in a sentence. I get nervous when I speak English to foreigners. What should I do? It's important to chat on the internet. It's important to chat online. B. Class activity. Have any of the above situations happened to you recently? Share what you did with the class. Exercise number 7. In this exercise here, we have different products. These products are not in Egypt. Some of them are in Egypt, some of them are not in Egypt. The products are different. Some of them are in the USA, like a bottle of aspirin. In Egypt, we don't have the aspirin in bottles. So use the words in the list to complete these expressions, then compare with the partner. We have these words: bag, bottle, box, can, jar, pack, stick, tube. And then you write the answers. For these questions, workbook, Unit 12. 1. Anti-itch. To feel irritation of the skin. Irritation. To feel irritation of the skin. An insect bite. An insect bite. 3. Hiccup. 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 This is hiccup. Sudden abnormal contraction. Sudden abnormal contraction. Sudden abnormal contraction. Hiccup. Remedies. Remedies, cures. 4. Schedule. Schedule, British schedule. Schedule, schedule. Timetable. Timetable. Beverages. Beverages, drinks. Eardrops. Eardrops. Eye drops. Workout. Exercise. 8. Sneezing. To get air forcibly from the mouth and nose. Stressed out. Stressed out under stress. Unit 12. It really works. It really works. 1 word in exercise number 1. Have a headache. Have a backache. Backache, pains in back. Feel plus adjective. Feel bitter. Bitter, T soft D. Feel bitter. Feel homesick. Miss his home country. Feel homesick, miss his home country. I don't feel well. I don't feel well. American, I don't feel well. I don't. T silent. I don't. I don't feel well. Insomnia. Insomnia, sleeplessness. Sleep, sleepless, sleeplessness. You can't sleep. Aneric. Aneric, H silent. ACHE, means pains. Aneric, pains in ears. A headache, pains in head. Stomachache, pains in stomach. A toothache, pains in teeth. Ick, pains. A cold, a cough, GHF, a cough. The flu. Sore eyes. Sore eyes, inflammations in eyes. Sore eyes, inflammations in eyes. A sore throat. A sore throat. Sore muscles, pains in the muscles. Sore muscles, pains in the muscles. Garlic, plant for cooking. Make it short. A plant which is used in cooking, like onions. Plant for cooking. Common, general. British, common. American, common, general. Complaint, complaint. Exercise number 2. Get a, T soft D. Get a lot of rest. Get a lot of rest. Relax or sleep a lot. Relax or sleep a lot. Have you taken anything for it? Have you taken in medicine? Have you taken anything for it? Have you taken in medicine? Chop, chop up, chop up. Cut into small pieces, cut into small pieces. T soft D, cut into small pieces. Chop up, cut into small pieces. Chicken stock, chicken stock. British stock, American stock, chicken stock. The liquid from chicken soup, the liquid from chicken soup. Yuck, an expression of dislike. Yuck, an expression of dislike, especially about food. Yuck, an expression of dislike. Awful, terrible, unpleasant, bad. Awful, terrible, unpleasant, bad. Co-workers, co-workers. Partners in work, partners in work. Comrades, comrades. American comrades. Co-workers, partners in work. Comrades, comrades. 3. Ointment, ointment, oily medicine. Short, oily medicine which is put on the skin. An oily medicine which is put on the skin. On, American, on the skin. 3 again, ointment, oily medicine which is put on the skin. A heating pad, a heating pad, heating, T soft D. British, heating, a heating pad, a heating pad. A burn, a burn, a place where fire or heat has hurt. A burn, a place where fire or heat has hurt. Drugstore, drugstore, pharmacy. Drugstore, drugstore, pharmacy. A sunburn, sunburn, skin has become sore and red. Because if you spend too long in the sun. Sunburn, skin has become sore and red because you've spent too long in the sun. Sunburn. R, double R, because there is vowel before it. قلنا ان الR double R لو جاء قبلها حرف متحرك. Because there is vowel before the rah sound, we make it sunburn. 5. Exercise number 5. Feign, feinted, feinted. An argument, discussion. Exercise number 7. Exercise number 7, we have different products, but these products are not in Egypt. They are in the USA. A. A tube of toothpaste, a tube of toothpaste. A bottle of aspirin, a bottle of aspirin. A box of bandages, a box of bandages. A can of shaving cream, A can of shaving cream. A pack of tissues. A pack of tissues. A jar of face cream. A jar of face cream. A bag of cough drops. Cough, GH, fast sound. A bag of cough drops. A stick of deodorant. A stick of deodorant. A stick of deodorant. Seven B. Possible answers. A bag of breath mints. A bag of breath. Take care. TH. A bag of breath mints. A bag of breath mints. A bag of potato chips. Potato. Potato. Potato and then potato. The second T, soft D. Potato. A bag of potato chips. A bag of rice. A bag of rice. A bottle. A bottle of vitamins. A bottle of vitamins. T, soft D. A bottle of vitamins. A bottle of shampoo. A bottle of shampoo. A bottle of juice. A bottle of juice. A box of herbal tea. A box of herbal tea. A box of candy. A box of candy. A can of hairspray. A can of hairspray. A can of foot spray. A can of foot spray. A can of soda. A can of soda. A jar of coffee. A jar of coffee. A jar of mayonnaise. A jar of mayonnaise. A jar of jam. A jar of jam. A pack of gum. A pack of gum. A pack of mints. A pack of mints. A tube of ointment. A tube of ointment. A tube of ointment. A tube of hand cream. A tube of hand cream. A tube of hair gel. A tube of hair gel. That's the end of Unit 12, Part number 1.
Share videos. It's a community. We're all doing this together.
Pains in muscles. Stomachache. Pains in stomach. A cold. Cold. A cold. A cough. GHF. A cough. Cough. The flu. The flu. You have cold and fever. Fever. High temperature. Insomnia. Insomnia. You cannot sleep. Insomnia. Insomnia. Sleeplessness. You cannot sleep. Check through the health problems you have had recently. Last week, I had a backache.
A stomach ache. A stomach ache. A toothache. A toothache. A cold. A cold. A cough. A cough. A fever. A fever. The flu. The flu. Dry eyes. Dry eyes. And a sore throat. A sore throat. Okay. Take a moment to memorize the health problems.
1. A headache. What's headache? Headache? Pains in head. A backache? Pains in back. Sore muscles. English for Arabs is English for all.
Presentation Plus is available exclusively with the new 4th edition of Interchange, the most widely used and the most successful English course in the world, incorporating video, audio, and even online resources, all with the click of a mouse. Highlight key concepts. Reveal answers to exercises. Annotate passages. Play class audio passages and video segments. And even embed web links right into your lessons.
You can learn English as a second language. Unit 12. It really works. Exercise number 1. Snapshot. Common health complaints. Common health complaints.
Okay, we are at the doctor's office. At the doctor's office, people often have health problems. So, let's look at some vocabulary for different health problems. Starting here, a backache. A backache. An earache. An earache. A headache. A headache.
A year ago, I had a headache. How many times have you been sick in the past year? Last year, I've been sick for 3 times. Exercise number 2. Conversation. Health problems. Look at the picture. What do you see? Where are they? A young lady? A man? A lot of tissues. Tissues. These are tissues. The man has what? Has red nose. His nose is red. The man has a red nose.